Hi, and welcome to my Mates Tupperware. I'm Mark, and behind the camera we've got Liz.
Hello.
And next to me today, as our special assistant on this recipe, we've got Avery.
Hi.
Now we're going to be featuring two Tupperware products today. The first one being the stack cooker, which I'll talk to you about in a minute. And the second one is going to be the Quick Chef Pro System. Now the Quick Chef Pro System will allow you to make salsas, chunky salsas especially. You've got parts to make flatbreads, you've got parts to whip some cream, and we're going to be whipping some cream. With the stack cooker, again, we're going to be using only a part of the stack cooker. So we'll go into everything we've got later on. Now today's recipe is going to be a very a change on one of our other recipes. It's a sort of black forest cake, but we're not using cherries today. We're using strawberries.
Wait, hold on. Why is this a special recipe, Avery?
Because it's Daddy's birthday cake.
Yeah.
It's my birthday cake, so I wanted to make a birthday cake, and Avery's here to help me. So let's get Avery's part together first, because she's going to be using the Quick Chef Pro system to whip up some cream. So let's have a look at the system. There's our main bowl. Today we're going to be using the whipping feature, which is this attachment here, which goes straight into the bottom. Now, if you are not whipping, you're chopping, there is a blade attachment. There's also a basket, but today we're whipping some cream, so we need that. We put the attachment on top. Now, Avery's got the biggest job because she's got the longest job. We're going to put our spout into place, and we're going to pour in our cream, and we're just going to let that go in slowly. Now, Avery, your job, you're going to watch the cream go in, and when the cream goes in, you're just going to simply turn it around. Not fast, just like that, okay? And the cream's going to go down slowly into the bowl, and then when that becomes empty, you're just going to top it up a bit more, okay? Do you think you could do that? Alright, so we're going to let it go, and you see what Daddy's doing? Okay, and I'm going to come back and check how Avery's doing every so often, but keep on doing that until all the cream's gone. We've got roughly a pint of whipping cream that Avery's going to whip for us. Okay, now back to our cake, which is going to be done in the stack cooker. Now once again, the stack cooker, we've told you before, it comes with 3 cooking compartments that if you want to cook a whole meal, you could cook a whole meal in 30 minutes. That is rice or vegetables, your main meal, and a dessert. So that's how easy it is. Today we're using the larger 3/4 section, which is just down the bottom, and the cone. Of course we'll have the lid, which I'll bring it back across. Now, nice and simple, we're going to make one change to our 8-minute cake, okay? And we'll explain that in a minute. First up, because it's my variation, my birthday cake, and my variation on the Black Forest cake, we're going to use strawberries instead of cherries. Yeah. Okay, so let's get all the strawberries. That's just pie filling. Strawberry pie filling. And once again, you could use whatever you want, whatever type of pie filling. Today, we're using the strawberries. Okay, so let's put that to the side with a little bit of noise. I cheated, and you know what? That tastes good already. 3 eggs. 3 eggs directly into the pie filling. Oh, that strawberry's nice. Alright, now what we want to do with this, now you've got a choice what you do. You can beat the eggs, but I found myself, if I'm mixing properly and watching what I'm doing at all times, I will be getting my egg beaten as I go. How are you going with that whipping cream?
Good.
Alright, let's put a bit more in. And you can probably go a bit faster there, sweetie, so that's okay. So a little bit faster there. Now the best thing about the Quick Pro system, the Quick Chef Pro system, is that not only does it whip, but sometimes you could over whip. This is a smoother whipping process, so your cream will come out smoother and fluffier, which is what we want for our cake. Now, just to have a quick look at our mixture, because I want to show you, see how it's nice, it's not as sort of translucent as it was. It's starting to get a bit thicker there, which means the eggs are beaten through. We're fine with that. You can beat them beforehand if you want, but we're not going to go down that path. Now, it's a Black Forest cake, or to bake. So I've just got a chocolate cake recipe. As far as I'm concerned, anything chocolate is good. We love chocolate. So there is our cake mix. Now we want to mix that in so it's nice, everything's nice and wet. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to dry filling in. Now we've got one ingredient left. Now I'm going to tell you why we're going to put this in a minute. Basically, the last recipe we had, which was the cherry chip cake, it was nice. It was really, really nice, but it is the sort of cake you want to eat in one shot. And when I say one shot, you've got a few people around having a cup of coffee, afternoon tea or whatever you want to call it. So basically, what you want to do is eat as much as you can, as quick as you can, because it's going to really, not really dry out, but you know, it could be better. For Liz and myself, we like that ice cream, we like that cake with ice cream, so that's fine. But this one's not so much with ice cream, although we haven't tried it with ice cream. So we're going to have a visitor along later on when we actually cut the cake and add the Avery cream to it. And of course, what I've heard in the past is some people like to put a bit of sugar in their whipping cream. That's up to you. Now, our extra additive, the idea behind the additive, it's going to keep our cake moist for just a bit longer than what we'd usually have it moist. Okay, so for a day or so. Now, this is, I'm going to tell you, we're putting in a half a cup of Sprite. Now, you don't have to use Sprite. You could use your favourite lemon lime soda. The idea behind Sprite and not water is that if you use water, you're going to dilute the sweetness of the strawberries and the chocolate cake. So the idea behind this is to keep the sweetness in. Now, the difference also, we're going to increase our cooking time because we have that extra fluid in there, okay? So you're going to notice when we pour the cake out, it's a lot more fluid than what it was last time. So we're going to put the cake in for an extra 2 minutes just to make sure everything's all right, and then it'll be totally nice. But as I said, compared to last time, our cake is going to be a lot more moist when it goes into the stack cooker. How are you doing there, Ave?
Good.
Let's have a look. You know what? I could feel this getting nice and really got a nice texture to it already. So you're doing a great job, sweetie. It's always good to cook with your kids. Mum and Dad, take whatever advantage you can to cook with your kids. It's a great experience. They learn by it, and it's a good bonding tool anyway. So that's my parenting tip for the day, even though I'm giving you cooking tips. So now it's time to add our cake. Let's have a look at it. Before we do that, we're going to show you one time, because I'm happy that the powder is all gone. Notice how it's moving. It's a lot more fluid than what it was last time. When I say fluid, I don't mean it's watery or anything, but last time it was a bit stiff. So this time we may even have a better shape. But remember, the reason behind making it this way is to give it that little bit of moisture. Avery's puffing over here. Does that mean she's worn out? I'm not sure. But let's get, oh, this tastes, it looks so good already. And the smell of this is wonderful. Do you need to have a smell?
Delicious.
Delicious. It's already delicious, and she's only smelling it. So that's a good sign. Well, let's get a trusty spatula out to get the last bits of the cake out. Of course, we want to make sure that we get all the goodness out of here. That's all right, sweetie. We've got a little bit of a spillage problem, but that's okay. We could take care of little spills like that. That's what happens when we have helping time, not just with kids, but adults too. When you have helping time, there's bound to be a couple of mistakes, so let's not worry about that too much. We will fix that up. So let's get the last of our cake mix in to the pan. And we're going to try and smooth this out today. It's going to be a lot bit easier to smooth out. So we've got our cake mix in. We're just going to try and smooth it out a bit. Oh, it looks, it actually smoothing out a lot better this time. So that's good. We learn by experience. Now, one thing, this is another hint for parents that are going to be doing this with kids, because this is a nice kid-friendly recipe. We've used raw eggs. No licking the spoon, okay? That's a important tip. We don't want to lick the spoon. How's that going? We got all the cream in there? Is it all?
Not all of it.
Well, not all of it. Let's put the last bit in. Oh, and it is the last bit. That's all done. So we'll put that to the side and keep on going. And let's go to the microwave. Roma, you've met Roma. Tell me when. Okay, we've got our stack cooker in the microwave. You caught us at a bit of a editing time there, but that doesn't matter, we're a family. 1250 watts. We're going to do this, I said 10 minutes, we're going to put this down to 9.5 minutes. So 9.5 minutes, 9 minutes 30. Shut the door, of course. And let's come back in a little while to see how our Black Forest cake comes. Alright, we've just filmed, here we go. Actually, we'll check that in a minute, because Avery's been working real hard and now she's starting to get sore arms. So we're going to check that in a minute. You don't have to turn it anymore, sweetie. Okay, she's been working real hard. The hardest worker today. Stand up there, sweetie. So let's have a look at our cake. It's just come out the oven. Oh, smells awesome. This is the best cake we've made. There we go. Look at that. Can you see that, Liz?
It looks real good.
Oh, you should smell it. It smells absolutely awesome.
I smell it from here.
So, what we're going to do, first thing we're going to do is put our cake onto the plate to let it sit and cool and separate from the stack cooker. So, there's my magic handwork for today. Let's have a look at Avery's whipped cream. Absolutely perfect. Have a look at that. Just pan across there, Liz. How does that look? Oh, look, it's come out perfect. Well done. Now, we're not going to be having a cake for a while. I'll give that a bit of a... I'll let you lick the spatula.
I don't want to lick it.
Oh, beautiful whipped cream. Absolutely beautiful. Now, the Chef Quick Pro system comes with its lid. We don't want that for a while, so we're going to put that into the fridge. Its own seal. So let's seal it up. Hey, here we go. This is the first time we've used the seal. And there we go. This is going into the fridge to stay cool while we're waiting for our cake. Now, when we come back, we're going to have some visitors. We'll probably look a bit different, but we're going to have some visitors. We're going to have a nice birthday lunch. Thank you, Liz. And we're going to have our cake, and our cake's going to be served with the Avery whipped cream. So stay tuned, and we're going to have a look at our cake shortly. All right, well, welcome back. So, you've seen us cook the cake, you've seen us whip the cream. We tipped the cake from the container onto the plate, and it come out beautifully, as you can see here. So it's come out great. The cream that Avery whipped has been sitting in the fridge is absolutely beautiful. So the cake has been sitting probably about an hour now. So now it's time to cut to see how good, look how firm this is. And it is really, really firm and yet spongy, which is what we want from our cake. And we've got a special visitor, but only two of us are going to eat the cake now, and then everybody else is going to have. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got 5. All right, 5 pieces of cake here. Let's see how it pulls away from the plate. Just a little. Oh, it's so light and fluffy. Comes away from from the plate perfectly. There's one. Look, you'll never get a cake that big in your life. How often does someone give you a piece of cake like that?
Yeah.
So from my sous chef Avery, and from me, and we're going to lift this to the side. Most importantly, there's cake. It is really, really nice. I think someone would like some whipped cream. Oh, there was a big nod of approval. And I'm going to put some whipped cream on mine. And just a reminder, my Mates Tupperware want to become your Tupperware consultants. So please look at our contact details at the end of the video. And please, that's okay. And please give us a call if you want some Tupperware products. Avery, let's taste the cake before we go, and let's see how good our chocolate Bavarian cake is with strawberries, not cherries. So, from my Mates Tupperware, see you next time.